And benvenuti, fellas and bellas, to the post-game rant here on the Napoli Rant. I am Raf Biz, joined by my co-host, the Vicar of Vesuvius, Rafa Rispo. Why you? Go ahead, Rafa. Hold on.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to introduce. I'm going to just keep the music going. I want to introduce our two guests as well. The president and co-president of Tri-State Napoli Club. We got Peter Scala and we got Gaetano Salazzo. Welcome, boys.
Ciao.
Ciao. Just keep the music going. Screw it, you know? I'm excited. I'm so hyped, guys. I don't know how you
That's
feel.
it.
Anyway, welcome. Guys, one word. Give me one word. How you feeling right now? One word. Pete, you start. One word.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Gaetano, give me one word.
Dreaming. I'm dreaming right now.
Dreaming. You're dreaming right now. Well, it's not a dream, Gaetano. This is reality. And
our dreams aren't this nice.
And I got
the flag.
Rafa Rispo with the flag in the back. I love it, guys. Welcome to everybody in the live chat, man. Thank you, and as well as all our audio listeners, guys. Napoli defeat Juve 5-1. Juve, man. Juve, man. Man, big shout out. And man, relegate Juve, Ryan Will says. Christopher Strada in the house. Shout out from Raf. Maximus, the first one in the chat today. That's what you call a total domination. Let me tell you, my favorite comment today, guys, and I put it on Twitter, was when Matteo Bonetti was like, this team gave up 7 goals. Juve gave up 7 goals all season, right? And Napoli just put 5 ba-ba right guys.
Cinque.
I don't know.
Right.
I'm all right. Let's breathe a little bit, guys. Let's collect ourselves here. Gaetano is rough and driving. We never really recommend that, but we're gonna let it go for today. We're gonna let it go.
It's a special occasion.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Gaetano, do you watch the game?
I'm good. It's you're on the Bluetooth. I'm good. Hands free.
Yeah.
I watched the game at work and I just left.
Excellent. Mike Ronaldo, la capolista se ne va. 10 points ahead, boys.
Se ne va, la capolista se ne va.
But yeah, guys, I mean, what a match. What a match. We saw, Napoli.
What's happening?
You got.
I've been quiet. I've been quiet all season long, right? Ready? Everybody together. Ready? Juve, storia di un grande
amore.
The voice of an angel you have.
Mamma mia, troppo bello. Pavarotti.
Oh man. Almost feel bad. Maximus says almost had me feel bad for Juve Merda. Almost. Not really, though. Thank you.
Not even close.
Nah. Nope.
Gaetan Agnini. Juve just conceded all the goals they should have conceded in their 8-match run. Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally.
We almost matched their goals against in the season. Incredible. And one of my favorite things of today was when Dre Cordero said that the last time Juventus gave up 5 goals in a Serie A match was 1993 against Pescara.
Pescara.
Allegri was on Pescara.
Wow.
Allegri was on Pescara and scored a goal in that match in 1993. And we haven't beaten Juventus like this since the Supercoppa in 1995 one. This is Maradona stuff, guys. This is Maradona era stuff.
Yeah.
Like we are in the midst of something special, Pete was with me in the post match. I said it to Pete. I have this feeling that Osimhen's going to have a breakout game, he's going to go nuts. I called it, and 2 goals and an assist. Could have been 3, could have been 4. Kvaratskhelia goal to assists. Elmas comes in the freaking halftime and does his thing, right? What a performance today.
Yeah, he's been great. He's been great since the break.
It has been great.
Oh, right after his goal, he did so I think he's very aware of what people are saying, and I think he just silenced them. Now, I said I was in the Discord earlier, and I was like, sorry, I shut that off. I don't want to get pulled here. I was saying in the Discord, some of the reports that came out was that, oh, look, Kvara now is struggling. I was like, they built this guy up in the first half of the season, all season long, only to try to tear him down, putting all this unnecessary pressure on the kid. But he absorbed it. He got back in his form, and not only did he score a goal, but he was also responsible. He was one of the persons responsible for the second goal with that bicycle kick. And I think we all knew it. We said it in the previous episodes, Rafa, right? And I want to send this guys to Peter and Gaetano that it was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time for Napoli to find their footing again. They had a few guys hurt, they had a few guys tired, but you could see game, minute by minute, they were just crawling their way back into the form. And let me tell you, they came out super pumped today. I mean, I don't know. It was the first home game of the year since the break and the new year. It was against Juventus. They had a lot. I'm sure the stadium was packed and buzzing. We have shout out to all of our went into Napoli. I mean, this was the game that you had to show up to. This was the game that you had to make a huge statement, and it was a humongous statement. Peter?
Oh, no.
Guys.
I mean, I was telling my dad after the fifth goal, my dreams aren't this good. There's no scenario that I could have imagined Napoli putting 5 past Juventus, let alone the predictions we did. I did 2-1. That's your typical Napoli Juve score, and you just suffer the whole game. This was fun. We don't get in moments like this as Napoli fans
to enjoy it, right?
So just to be able to enjoy it, and against Juventus, 5 goals against Juventus, it's just after all these past years of being second fiddle to them, it feels so good.
Yeah, it feels good. And speaking of the predictions, mine was 3-1, and the thing is that at 2-1, when we gave up the goal to Di Maria, it pissed me off quite a bit, but I kind of had a feeling that, we were going to keep going from there. And so the 3-1, I was pretty comfortable with signing off on a 3-1. But even at 3-1, I said, this isn't over. This isn't over. We're going to keep on going. And I legitimately had 5-1 in my head after the 3-1 was scored. And here we are, and then when the 5-1 came, when the 5-1 came, I was like, maybe we can get to 7. Who knows? But
if we got at least a 6, that would have been insanity. I mean, it would have been the biggest. It would have been the biggest win in Napoli history over Juventus.
Right. It's one of already the biggest Serie A wins in Napoli history over Juventus. Like I said, the other 5-1 was the Supercoppa in 1990. But what a turn of events here, and we have a legitimate claim to gloat about this game and this season. And I think now everybody who had a doubt when we lost to Inter, everybody is back on Napoli's board, because this is the kind of game where you have to show people what you're all about. And we've done that.
So, Rafa, before we move any forward, we want to make a quick announcement. We did a post-game rant, and Rafa did the pre-game rant with Peter earlier. But there still will be our regular Monday rant, and we do have a special guest. We were waiting. We got the green light. So, Rafa, would you please do us the honors of announcing to all of our viewers who will be joining us this Monday, as well as picking our Beast of the Match?
Okay, picking our Beast of the Match, our special edition Beast of the Match this Monday, will be none other than Christine Cupo of CBS. Yes, Christine Cupo is coming in. Even though she's a Juventina,
It's okay. We forgive you.
She's very
She gets a
much
pass.
on this Napoli hype train
Get a
as
pass.
well. She's the only one that gets a pass.
Yeah, she was at the
Yes.
meet, by the way,
She
for
was at the meet.
Napoli Atalanta, and
She
she
was at the
sat with
meet.
us, and she was awesome. So we were very happy to see her. And
What's cool about her is that she was in Philadelphia today, and I believe she interviewed Alessandro Nesta
yes,
at this convention in Philly today. So that's really cool. So we get to talk to her about that too, which is dope. I missed the interview, so I'm gonna have to go back and check. But yes, Christine Cupo will be in studio with us picking our beast of the match. I think we all might know who the beast of the match is.
I think this was a tough one, man. I'll be honest. I don't think this is
a tough one
as you think.
Early nominations. How about we go to early nominations?
Early nominations.
Hopefully we get Gaetano back in here.
Yeah, we got all right. Gaetano
there he is.
Seems to be
all right,
stable.
I think he's in.
Gaetano, just give me a thumbs up if you're okay over there. Okay,
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
There we
are.
Guys.
That's okay. Early nominations for beast of the match. What do you think?
You know, I really like the way Lobotka came out today.
Yeah.
Not sure if his performance was fully beast worthy, but as far as that first half goes, Lobotka looked great. Politano probably had his best first half ever. He was responsible for all of the goals in the first. I think like 2 of them, right? The first 2 or 3, he was behind those balls. Great goal, great game. I mean, man, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, Osimhen looked great. Politano looked pretty good, but then he got taken out. There's so much to talk about. So I would say Lobotka. I would say Osimhen. I'm gonna put Kvara in there without a doubt. And on defense, Mario Rui, certainly.
Sure.
So those would be my 3 if we're covering every part of the field. Even though I added Kvara and Osimhen, those would be my beast nominations.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think OC he just showed out today, man. Like, guys all over the field. He's pressing all the time. He's chasing loose balls. He's just creating havoc every time he's on the field. Every time he's near the ball, even the one chance he missed, that's a nothing ball. He chases down. He just, skips past the defender and is 1-on-1 with the keeper. Right. It's just he creates offense on his own. He makes. I mean, it's just unreal to see, and his jumping ability on headers is incredible. I don't know. He's just a joy to watch.
Pete, who was your favorite? Who any standouts for you specifically?
Mario Rui for doing what we lacked severely in the Inter game. There were a couple times where he just put in hard challenges to the Juventus guys. Shout out for Osimhen for that awesome right hook. But Mario Rui, because he's really set the tone for the physical play they did.
Rafa, a couple nods from you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Kvaratskhelia because I think Osimhen was man of the match. Okay. So I'd go, if I have to pick a beast, I'd go Kvara. 2 assists, a goal himself. He set up the goal, the first goal. With the bicycle kick that was saved by Szczesny and then headed home by Osimhen. And then he assisted Osimhen, and then he assisted the Ramani goal on the corner kick. I think he lost 1 duel, and I think that was against Danilo. But everybody really had Bremer in their back pocket today. I think Bremer was.
I tweeted least of the match without a doubt. I mean, if you're a Juve fan, I saw we had Dante De Santis. I'm going to read out his comment if I can.
Yeah, please, because he's slowly becoming one of my favorite Juventini. Because that's a really nice comment that he made.
Buongiorno tutti. Unfortunately, mistakes lead to our downfall. Good game. We cannot contain Osimhen. The Scudetto is yours to lose. Good game, everyone. Thank you,
Dante. Really, really.
They're not all that bad. Some of those Juventini.
Nah, some of them are really good. Yeah,
some are cool, man.
But I mean, Kvaratskhelia. Again, here's a game. Here's a guy who. He sat for the last couple of matches before the World Cup break because of injury. He made his comeback. He played, and he wasn't really that good against Inter. He was slow to find his groove again. And in the game that matters most to all Napoli fans, let's be real here, right? This is the one everybody waits for. This is the one everybody waits for.
I mean, my uncle was texting me, my cousins were texting me from Italy. Like they never text me. I mean,
we do special pre-matches for the Juve game, right?
Yeah.
I mean post matches. So he shows out. He shows up and he shows out, and he takes the knocks. He gets hurt. Not for nothing, but when I saw Elmas coming in and at halftime, and it was still unclear of who was coming out, I could have swore it would have been Kvaratskhelia because he was getting hacked.
Right.
And they maybe wanted to save him a little. They didn't want to overdo it. He already had a really good performance in the first half, but no, he comes. He stays in. And I think he came out. Did he come out for Lozano right at the end? If he did,
towards the end of the game, I think.
It was like in the 88th minute. So for me, it was Kvaratskhelia, hands down. That's in my opinion, but we're not picking it. Christine Cupo is picking it on Monday.
Yep.
Join in her, Monday night, 9 p.m. when she comes in to pick Beast of the Match. She knows the criteria, so she's pretty with it. So we'll have an interesting one from her for sure. And it says, Dante says, Bremer was bad today. Terrible. Yeah, Bremer is known to having like big time strikers in their pocket. And that's why Juve chose him, and rightfully so. And he just had no answer for Napoli. Listen, you have a team like that come in, that's kind of on the rebound. They won 8 straight. It's not the same Juve as before. Let's put it honestly, right? And against a team like this, like I said to Pete in the beginning, they may have the best defense in Serie A and they may be finding ways to win, but this is not the same Napoli that they've played in the last 8 seasons. This is not the same Napoli. So I expected a win and an emphatic one, but not 5-1. I didn't expect that. Crazy.
Guys, I want to talk about a little drama, if you don't mind, maybe quickly. We saw today, I thought Politano had at least a great half. He was taken out. I'm not sure. He was holding his right calf at some point during the game, so I'm not sure if that maybe was an issue, and Spalletti was trying to, not.
That's what they said. That's what they said after halftime.
That maybe it was a precautionary substitution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the calf. Yep.
Well, here's the deal. Typically, if Politano were to come out, you typically will see Lozano coming in, but we didn't see that today. In fact, we saw Elmas, Figlio Mio, who has a goal off a deflection, but still got a goal. This guy, I tweeted it. He is the Swiss Army knife of Napoli Calcio. Add another position under his belt. Now it's right wing. I don't think I've seen him play right wing. Today he played right wing. There's been a few comments online regarding, maybe knocking Lozano, and some people caught some feelings about it too. They're not happy with it all. Do you see a problem here now, with Lozano on that side of the field, or just as a player for this team at all? When you got Elmas coming in over you, it's like, what does that say?
Well, Elmas's form has been better.
Okay.
Elmas has been better, exactly. So let me just say this.
I'm only asking this, guys, because just let's answer.
No. Let's answer it. Let's answer it. So here's the deal.
What do you guys think? Because I think the knocking needs to stop. I agree. I think we can't knock our players, man. We got to.
No, we can't knock our players, but we can realize what's going on in front of our face. So when Elmas was coming in, and we found out that it was Politano coming in, obviously we're at the barbershop. I got my cousin to my left and my buddy Gil to my right, who's big Lozano guy, Mexico, whatever, right? And my cousin's like, damn, Chucky can't even get in for Politano. Now it's Elmas. And it's like, bro, haven't you been watching the last 3-4 games? Elmas has been really, really good for us. Even Gil, who's pro Chucky, obviously, for obvious reasons, he also calls him out when he's not playing well. But even he said, bro, because Elmas has been playing better. And that's it. Like, in my opinion, Elmas has been playing better than Chucky Lozano. and possibly better than Politano even. But I know Politano's had some really good outings. But in my opinion, Elmas has been one of our best players over the last 3-4 games, even into before the World Cup. So, he comes in and makes almost an immediate impact, right? And then ends up getting a goal. And, I don't think it's a knock to Lozano, but the fact of the matter is Elmas is playing better, and that's it. I don't, it doesn't mean that
there's nothing really deep to look into.
No,
there's no need to knock any player. I mean, granted, I know the amount of money. Gaetano?
I agree with Rispo. So let's just. I think this has more to do with our depth than anything else. Like Cholito hasn't played since.
Right?
Yeah, it's like Cholito hasn't stepped on the field since we got back from the World Cup. Think about that. He was one of our most impactful players, right? Coming off the bench in the first part of the season. We come back from the World Cup. He has not touched the field. Right? So Spalletti knows what he's doing with his roster.
He did. He came in really
late. Late. I apologize. Yeah, it was a couple minutes. Right. Yeah. So I'm guessing that he's gonna start Chucky at our next game. So he probably rested him up against you. We were already up 3-1 early in the second half. Right? Elmas has been playing lights out since the World Cup, since we came back from the World Cup.
Okay.
So listen, Spalletti's got his hand on the pulse of this team. There's no reason to create some drama within ourselves that doesn't exist.
Right. And the next game is Tuesday. Cremonese World Cup, Coppa Italia. So,
Coppa Italia, right?
You gotta know Simeone's gonna get a start there. Raspadori's gonna get a start.
Raspadori's gonna start. Chuki's probably gonna start on the right. Elma's probably gonna start on the left.
Let's not forget, pretty soon we've got the Champions League coming back too.
Right.
So we're gonna need.
You're probably gonna see players. You're probably gonna see Demme and Dombele in the middle. It's gonna make a lot of changes. This is a good problem, man. Our roster is deep.
Fair enough. I appreciate the voice of reason. I want to read out a couple comments before I move forward. One from Down Under. Carmelo Frazzetta joins us. Just gone, guys. What a result. Lobotka is the best midfielder in Serie A by a mile and most underrated. Absolute dominant performance for him. Thank you, Carmelo from Australia.
So
one more.
Go ahead.
One more. Tony Falco says, I think the decision to bring Elmas in is based on mediocrity. He earned those extra looks off the bench. I don't think it's Lozano losing the spot more as it is Elmas taking it. Okay. Yeah. So we got a few different voices of reason. Pete, you want to respond? Or
no, I mean, we forget in the beginning, earlier in the season, Elmas with his, he had made the joke about the bench and all that happened.
Right.
And then he really started working hard. This isn't like just a random game where Elmas played amazing. He played probably our best player in the limited time he played against Inter. And he scored against Atalanta. He's come up in big spots before. And Lozano, he hasn't been playing bad, but he hasn't to borrow a
like
Elmas
reference,
right? Hasn't grabbing the brass ring.
Grabbed the
Elmas has, so he deserves to come on.
Right,
it's as plain as that.
Do you think? Go ahead, Rafa, please.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing: is that who's to say Elmas didn't make that comment about the bench when he did, right? And then Spalletti say, "Okay, you want to make jokes about this bench? Let me see you do better. Yeah. Show me what you can do because, right now you don't really deserve to get on there." So he shows him in training, earns himself a spot in, I think he started a match after that. And then has been pretty lights out since, like we all said, how do we know? This is down to Spalletti and his management of players and men. This is how he does it. And I think he's one of the best. It's crazy to think that I was pissed that Spalletti was coming in. I knew he was a good manager, but I didn't know to the extent of what he, plus he inherited a great team here. So
can I say something else about? Go ahead, Ralph. I'm sorry.
No, really quickly. And then Cholito, as far as Cholito goes, not having played, a lot, he's already come out since after the World Cup break saying he's very, very happy at Napoli. He's content there.
Yep.
The fact that he's not getting minutes doesn't change that right now because he knows when he's needed, he'll come in.
Right.
And
I can imagine him being together. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna.
This team is together.
Yeah. Go ahead. Gaetano, you wanted to add?
I was gonna just make a larger point about Spalletti. So I'm with you, Raf. Rispo. I was on the fence with him when he first came on. You know, it didn't really do it for me. Like not taking anything away from him as a you know, in his tactics and his skills, but I just didn't think his personality was going to fit with the city, which I've been completely wrong on. I'll be the first one to admit. But I also want to say something about us, you know, coming back from the break. So let's not forget, Spalletti coached in Russia, right? They always have a huge break in the winter because it's too cold there. So our preparation, you could see our preparation from this winter break, retiro, whatever you want to call it. He played the long game because against Inter, it was, you know, you could see we had no legs, completely flat, tired, couldn't run. Today we were a completely different team. He loaded up the legs. You know, he knew he was going to struggle the first, you know, game or two, and now we're going to hit. I mean, you saw today the second half. We were pressing. We were up 5-1 pressing.
91st minute still pressing.
Still pressing. Like, so like this guy, he hasn't put a foot wrong all year. So there's no reason for us to question or, like I said, I think right now we just enjoy this incredible result today. I mean, like Pete said earlier, like he couldn't even dream this up, right? 5-1. I thought we were gonna win. I mean, obviously nobody's guessing 5-1. Let's not create things that don't exist. Enjoy it. Let's be proud to be Napoletani today, right? Because today is a big day for us.
Yeah.
You know, and I just want to touch on something, one more thing, and I'll let you guys talk. I apologize for taking so much time.
Take it up.
You know, we're in the, you know, you guys were in different chats, and people are, you know, respond to the goals, this and that. And when we go up 4-1, and I'm sitting in my office at work, you know, I got the door closed. I'm trying not to scream. I'm sitting there watching the fans in the stadium and the reaction of the players off the bench, and I'm literally watching the game crying. I have tears coming down my face for 10 minutes, thinking about what this kind of result means against this team. You know, we don't have to get into the history. For the people of Napoli, what it means for us, because this is not just a simple soccer game. You guys know that. It means a lot more. And
especially this
you know, exactly. And I start thinking about my dad, who's not with us anymore, and what he would have said, what he would have done. And guys, this is like, you know,
very
just amazing stuff from this team. It's emotional. I just want to enjoy it, and we don't need this, you know, this nonsense from people, really.
Right.
Yeah. We should be more unified than ever. Look at the team. They're doing everything that they can do. Like, why cause drama that isn't there? You're right.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Big. Listen, we saw Moret. I just want to shout him out.
Oh my God!
For basically, I think that save that he made on Rachmani, that save that he made on Rachmani, possibly saved the whole game. Honestly, that could be practically beast of the match worthy. Just that one little thing, but overall, he was a lot more decisive all game. You even saw when he came out, kind of stretching hard to get the ball over the. I forgot who it was going in, but
Danilo.
Was it Danilo? Yeah, you're right. You're right. It was Danilo. Just little things like that we're seeing from Moret is also a positive sign. Decisiveness, save selection. Those little things are important. The fact that he's ready, he's aware, and he was able to do that. I'll give Rachmani a pass. It was funny. I was like, because I think like since he got back, he's made 3 mistakes, 3 big errors that could have caused, you know, one cost us a game.
One in this match. One in this match.
There was 1 or 2 in this match, Rafa. There was about 2 in this match.
Yep.
There was 2. So he and I understand he has to also get back mentally, physically into the form he once was, you know, before the injury. But just big shout out to Moret. Yeah, but he made it all up and he scored that goal.
Oh, what a goal, man! Striker's goal.
I was happy for him. So I hope he can take that as motivation into these, you know, these next few games and just get back to the Rachmani we know he is. Because we're gonna need that.
Yeah, I want to believe that this is something of like a game that Spalletti has created within the team. Like, hey, how many times if you mess up in the game, can you make it up to me? You know what I mean? Because look at Osimhen against Atalanta, how he gave up the handball and then went back out there and won us the game against Atalanta, basically with the goal and then the assist to Elmas, right? And then even today, how and all season long, to be fair, Mario would lose the ball, come back and just completely come back and win it again. And then Rachmani with his couple mistakes that he made, and then the big goal at the at the beginning of the second half. What a just a great situation to be in, right? Everybody is. I'm not gonna put his. He wrote. I'll put it up. Sean Sullivan's here. Save of the year. He says, for the Medet thing. I just want to shout him out quick because a few weeks, maybe a few months ago, a couple months ago, he sent me this dope scarf, the Mid-Atlantic Partenope scarf. It says DC Partenope across it. I have to hold my mic, so I can't really flash. I want to try to put it up the studio, but I just want to say thank you to him. All these clubs that are coming out of nowhere, to Rochester, and there's one in Chicago. Like this is what we're talking about, right? This is what we're talking about. So one of the things I wanted to do, Ralph, I don't know if you had another point to make, but I wanted to kind of start to put a bow on the episode with Gaetano and with Pete. I know we can barely see Gaetano.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
I'm here. I promise.
I wanted to talk. Not only about Christine Cupo coming in for Monday, but also for Sunday the 29th, right? Humongous meet. And I bring the DC up because I had the scarf right here and I saw Sean, but we're having some serious guests, aren't we, guys?
Oh yeah.
So I mean, the whole thing is kind of incredible. So Sunday the 29th of this month of January, we obviously play Roma. And we are going to have 5, maybe 6 different clubs that we know of joining us at Ribalta in New York for the meet. So obviously our brothers from up north, Toronto, Napoli Club Toronto will be there. The Philly guys will be there. Obviously the guys from Ribalta, the club Napoli New York, and the DC Partenope, Mid-Atlantic Partenope will be there as well. Shout out to Sean. Like you said, he's been really like all hands on deck trying to grow it down there. He and I speak all the time. Really good dude. Can't wait to meet him in person. It's gonna be amazing. But listen, to your point, and Pete, I'm sure you'll chime in too. The fact that we can get, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be probably like 200 people to show up.
Tight in there.
To show up to a Napoli game from literally all across the world, right? We got people coming from the UK. It's just mind-boggling that a year ago, Pete and I and Fran were in my living room with my kids watching Napoli Sampdoria with was that the goal that Petagna scored? Crazy bicycle kick. We still don't know what actually happened. And then from there, that we had this idea to start this club, and with the support of people like you guys, Biz and Rispo, we're immensely grateful for your involvement and everybody else that's involved and giving us idea. Carm, I talk to Carm all the time. He gives us a lot of ideas. It's just humbling, and it's just great to be away from home, to have this kind of group that we can all get together and watch these games and just enjoy each other's company, because everybody's such everybody I've met, great people, and just a joy to be around.
Yeah, it's been really cool since we started this thing, just how much it's grown and the love we've gotten from, so many people, including you two. Gaetano, I don't think it's much of a stretch to say Tri-State Napoli Club doesn't exist without those two guys above us.
Oh, 100%.
Well, we're just happy to be on the board of directors.
No,
board, direttori.
Yeah, so
at least we have a board of directors, right? I just find it funny. You mentioned the love, Pete. I find it funny that Serie A English, who we've met and we visited,
that was great today.
they accidentally tweeted, today it's FC Juve, their actual English Twitter, and then versus Tri-State Napoli Club. They goofed and they gave us some real props.
I love that. That was awesome, though. That was like a great mistake, though.
Very great mistake. Yeah.
All right, guys. Any last words before we wrap up here, man? Any last thoughts?
Yeah.
Please,
Real quick
Peter.
about the meet. Last thing, get there early. I know last time we had people that unfortunately got turned away. It's the nature of the place we have. So try to get there early. It's the best advice I could have. And I still can't believe we beat Juventus 5-1. It's so good.
I'll put on some closing music, guys. And let's get a Forza Napoli sempre in the chat or Juve Merda, whatever you want today. Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Forza Napoli, ragazzi.
Oh my gosh, guys.
There we go.
Oh, this music is just a vibe. Every time, I just love this music.
It is a vibe, right?
Vibe. What's cool is that it's on a loop, so that we need to when we need 20 minutes to say goodbye, it just loops around.
Perfect.
So.
Yeah, it just does it. It knew us. It knew us already.
Guys, I'm in. So in my FFV chat, I just kind of want to spill some of this chat here. Marco Kubani says biggest win in a season since the Koulibaly header against Juve. Like, biggest win overall in the season. And then Kenny says I have died. So I think Kenny no longer exists. I did. You know what? You know what's funny is that at 5-1. My cousin was like, imagine, because I told him, I said, give me the phone. I got to put the Juve song on so that when full time goes, he goes, you should see if one of your buddies over there could start to chant the Juve song at the Maradona. And I tagged Ken and I said, I'll wire you $200 if you can successfully start a Juve Storia di un Grande whatever chant. And I don't know, I obviously didn't go off, but can you imagine us chanting Juve's song at the Maradona? That would be so great. Like how they chanted, how they sang O Sudato Namorato against us when they beat us.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. But this was just a one. I mean, for as emotional and as crazy as I could have been, stuck at the shop, stuck at work, this was one of the most fantastic games I've seen in such a long time. Front to back, even the fact that Juve scored a goal. You can't have a Napoli game without a little bit of, high blood pressure, right?
Fair enough.
Every game has to have a little bit of drama, correct?
Yep.
Guys, that was it though. Again, Napoli win today 5-1 at the Stadio Maradona. Bye. Bye. Shout out.
Cinque.
Cinque sfoglie delle calde.
Yeah, right?
Calde.
Little extra powdered sugar too.
Ma si proprio calde.
Caldissime proprio, calde.
But thank you to all our viewers today who came by for the pre-match and the post-team rant. Thank you so much, as well as the audio listeners. Big thank you to Gaetano and Peter Scala from the Tri-State Napoli Club for joining us as well.
Grazie ragazzi, thank you so much for having us on. Thank you.
La capolista se ne
Pleasure is
va.
ours, guys. Don't forget, in Monday, we're going to have Christina Cupo, and we're going to have Rafa's probably still going to... Rafa, would you wave that flag even with Christina Cupo?
Yes. I'll bring the flag to the studio at the studio a Casa Rispo, and I will sing to Christine Cupo. Ready? I will sing to Christine
Una serenata.
Cupo.
Una serenata.
Una serenata.
Una
serenata.
Una bellissima
He's all in.
serenata.
He's all in.
Rispo's all in. He's ready to risk it all.
He's going to
Vai, Rispo.
Shooting my shot, guys.
Siamo con te, Rispo. Siamo con te.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get out of here before we get in trouble. All right, guys. Great show.
Scusate.
We'll see you guys. Ciao, ciao. Hang out, guys. All right. Ciao, ciao.